Well, my chore this evening is to evaluate Lloyd's talk. It's never a chore. And they're really fortuitous for me because the way the questions are phrased in here for my analysis of your talk, Lloyd, is really good because it gives me a chance to highlight, I think, some of your strongest assets that you bring to entertaining speaking. And it asked me, one of the first things that it asked me is, what indicated to you that the audience was entertained? Well, always when I look around the room and I see Lloyd talking, there's always that rapture, that connection that we have, that the hands go on the cheeks and the smiles come out, the big grins that crack our faces. And I always know that it's engaging. For me, it's always the same too, because I just get the big grin on my face. Lloyd has kind of an unassuming way and an honest way of delivering his talks that just bring us right in, very comfortable. He goes on to ask also briefly describe the talk's organization as I perceived it. Lloyd always has great openings that leads into his talks. I don't know if you've paid attention to it, but I do. And it always kind of starts off with a little bit of a teaser. And then Lloyd kind of starts to pile it on a little bit at a time, adding more information and more information into the body. And then what he does at the end is lets us off easy, but then has those few lines where he brings it back to the title and the main character, in this case Big John, and ends it with a humorous anecdote. And I always like a humorous kind. And that's, I think, is a very good structure, especially for a humorous speech, or entertaining as well. And it said, how effectively did the speaker use vivid descriptions and anecdotes or stories? And I say very effective. This is one of Lloyd's strongest suits, his ability to, through words, paint visual pictures and scenes and characters and actions. I've never had a struggle trying to imagine what Lloyd is talking about, whether it be in the Twinkie or his father on the ground breakdancing with the bees. It's always very descriptive, and it's easy for me to create a mental image of what Lloyd is portraying. And how did the conclusion relate to the talk? Well, I thought it related very well as he brought it back, like I was speaking to just a moment ago. Lloyd has that ability to bring in his conclusion as he lets us down slowly, and then brings it back with a little bit of a pop to the title and the main character and the actions. And how could the speaker improve the talk? Lloyd, you're very practiced at this. And it was challenging for me to try to think of something to put down here. But the only thing that I can think of is if you brought this to a competition level, I think possibly some visual prop would be an addition that might be helpful. But other than that, your delivery is very well polished and practiced. How would you say the speaker's strongest assets are in entertaining speaking? Once again, your unique style of speaking and your enjoyed share of manner that is always very unassuming and honest, and your great use of visual phrases to point out each scene in action. Thank you.